Hey everybody, Brandon running for Congress in Florida's District 12. No matter what the maps turn out to be, still in 12. Today I wanted to talk about artificial intelligence a little bit, or AI. It's been on my mind lately. Um, you hear all sorts of things about AI, right? You hear that it's useful, that we should adopt it. You hear that it's going to replace your job. You hear that it's going to be used militarily. You hear that it's going to be used to create a list and track individuals down who disagree with the government. There's all kinds of different thoughts and ideas on the future of AI, if we should pursue it, if we should not. And I wanted to provide my perspective on AI specifically here. So I think AI right now is being drastically um, overestimated, right? If you've used AI at all for a long period of time, you'll realize that it's not accurate, right? Like, you start searching some things, finding the answers, you assume that it's accurate. Then you read something that you know for a fact, and you read from AI what it's telling you does not line up with what you know as fact. Then you look further, do more research, and you realize you were right and the AI was wrong, or having a hallucination, as some people call it. That's not a system that will take our jobs. And if they do, it will be way more incompetent than we are, right? It doesn't have that critical thinking. It's pulling on knowledge provided to it, running on algorithm or whatever. I don't make AI, so I can't tell you specifically. Um, Another thing is the data centers. I think that is a great concern, and we should not be throwing up data centers despite what constituents want, right? You hear all the time that, they had a town hall about approving an AI data center in an area, and the whole town shows up and says, we don't want this, and then they go ahead and approve it anyways and close comments and move on. I think that's wrong for anything, right? The government should be serving you and your interests, not what they think is right, or not because a company is supporting them, or whatever their personal reasons. They should be listening to the majority of people. That's the purpose of government. um, Another thought I had on data centers is, if we're going to build them and they're going to be approved to be built, and if AI is really not going anywhere, I think we should be enforcing regulations on it for sure. And data centers, perhaps we can enforce renewable energy sources to power the center, instead of taking from the electrical grid and making residents nearby pay for that power. If we require AI data centers in states like Florida, like mine, who gets a lot of sun, if we require them to fill their roofs with solar panels, for example, generated by solar panels, um, there's that potential to generate excessive energy and actually return that energy to local residents, taking a burden off their shoulders instead of adding a burden, right? And I think it's a great concern to use AI to categorize, to go through government files, um, in war, and all the while, big heads of these companies are telling us that it's dangerous and not to trust some of it, and they could unlock some kind of super AI that they lose control of. My thing is, why are we funding people who are saying this, right? And if they truly believe it, why should they be in power of these things? if we're going to make systems like these, we need people who know how to control it or are confident in their ability to control it and not let some evil AI center go rogue and destroy people, the world, the environment, whatever, right? Clearly. Why would we continue to fund companies who are coming out and telling us the end is near, it could be, look out, be scared? No, you're supposed to be the expert, right? So you should be looking how to prevent these things, not warning us that it could be inevitable. Another thing regarding AI is, do you think Congress, who are majority older individuals who did not grow up in the changing technology, who don't necessarily have the time to look into AI, who take the word of lobbyists, who are looking to benefit AI, who get pampered with things to distract them from the reality of AI, I don't think they fully grasp or care what's going on, and they just take the word of their lobbyist friends or the promise of personal wealth. And that's a problem too. Lots of things are changing, and we need, frankly, younger individuals running the show now, right? Because the older generation grew up in a different world. Honestly, things have changed, and we need people who can adapt, who know what it's like living in the current reality, not the reality of the 1980s America or whenever, right? Because that living during those times was vastly different than living today or growing up today. I think we'll get there, and I think it's starting now. The main thing is voter apathy as well. You have to vote, man. They're going to make you feel like your vote doesn't count or that you shouldn't vote for a third party or an independent and that you only have two choices, or they're going to make you feel that both choices suck, so don't vote at all, don't go out, don't register. I am here to tell you, stop. Go out, get registered, participate. All of you who walk by my booths and tell me that you're not a politics person, become a politics person because it matters whether you want it to or not. These people are making the laws for you, for your future, for your children, for your children's children, for the world. So it does directly affect you whether you want to acknowledge it or not. And it is hard to acknowledge, I'll give you that. It's hard to think about the effect of politics on our lives and the failures and successes of politics, right? We want to watch the new blockbuster movie or be distracted with the new Dubai chocolates or whatever it is, right? It's much easier to live in that world than a world which is influenced by a select group of people that we put into power. The systems that have failed us maintain power because we don't act. We feel apathy. We feel like we don't matter, that nothing matters, that both choices suck. If everyone who told me that their vote doesn't matter actually voted, there would be a huge shift. And we're seeing that a little bit more now with how close votes are coming, with one vote off or a small percentage wins the race. Your voice matters. If it didn't, they wouldn't be telling you it doesn't. I know I got a little sidetracked off of AI, but there's been a lot on my mind regarding AI, voter apathy, and just this election in general, especially redistricting. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me. This is entirely grassroots. I'm about to go into my full-time job and to support my family. I'm not out there with party backing or a built-in volunteer or donation base. I am building this entirely on my own from the independent movement that is growing in Florida. So whether you're in my district or not, please spread the word. Help me be noticed by media, by podcast. Mr. B, thank you for having me. I've been reaching out to numerous organizations and media centers to share my message, and I have not received a message back from pretty much anyone. I get a response back here and there, but um, I think we need to pay attention to independent values and third party candidates, and we're doing a disservice if we don't and we pretend that this two party system is all we have, because it's not. So, media, I'm here. I'd love to comment or to be hosted, to be acknowledged at least. I am running. Um, I will be on the ballot. I'm going to pay the fee when that comes. The reason that you may not see me as listing funds is because my campaign had not met the requirement to report those funds. But during the next reporting phase, my campaign definitely will meet that requirement, because I'll have to put or raise the amount of money to get on the ballot, about $7,000. That exceeds the requirement to start reporting. So you will see reports coming out. And I am here to stay. I will not be intimidated or falter in my commitment to the district. Whether I'm ignored by the mainstream or not, I am here. You just have to find me. Thanks for listening.